Hello there YouTube, SebMedia back here for a more chilled commentary today. And today I'm going to be talking about how I started YouTube, why I started YouTube, and what really got me into YouTube, I suppose. That's all covered in the same branch. But first I'm going to introduce my gameplay. I have some 29 and 3 domination gameplay on the map Radiation, I believe, from Black Ops. I was playing Black Ops the other day, I was having a bit of a fun time and I managed to get this gameplay whilst just playing with a couple of friends. So yeah, it's not a bad gameplay, it's a bit campish at the places, but we'll see what you think about it. Anyway, I'm not going to waste much more time, let's get straight into the subject. So my topic for today's video was to talk about how I got into YouTube, and I'm just going to talk what really sort of got me into the Call of Duty scene to start with. Since I was about, I'd say about 11, maybe 12, I'd just be sat there done homework and whatnot, because yeah, I'm a bit of an academic, so I don't mind doing homework and stuff. Excuse me. Then I'll just sit there and I'll go browse the web. Usually when I was 11 or 12 it was all about Bebo and stuff like that, but I really started to get into, I suppose it was Call of Duty commentaries on YouTube. One day, I think it was in my recommended, I was just watching videos from, I think it was JX23, people like Hutch as well, because back in the day Hutch used to be really entertaining before he got a job at Machinima, and then obviously he didn't post as much gameplay. So anyway, I'll be sat there, I'll be watching, well this is about, I'll be what, 2008 maybe? I'll just be sat there watching videos, COD 4, some World at War stuff, and I'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool, that is actually quite cool. I'd sit there and I'd talk about it with friends and stuff, and they'd be like, yeah, that does actually sound like a lot of fun. So I thought, okay, let's see what this is all about, and I looked about startup costs and everything. Of course, by the time I started watching, they were starting to get into HD equipment. So I was sat there, I was like, do you know what? Okay, I'm going to look to buy some HD equipment. I was looking, HD PVR at the time was £250. I was thinking, how am I going to get £250? Tried talking to my dad was like, why do you want to do that? It sounds a bit abnormal, I suppose, I guess was his words. And so I was like, okay, I really want to get involved in this community. I really want to start something, so I'm gonna do something different. And instead of starting off with gameplays, I actually started off as a professional editor. So at the age of about 13, I got hold of a copy of Photoshop. I'd made myself a nice background, and I got a copy of Cinema 4D as well, and I started making stuff like intros. Excuse me, I'm really sore throat at the moment, but I want to make a commentary. So I'd be sat there, I'd be contacting channels which were bigger than my own, and I'd be like, hey, it looks like you haven't got an intro, would you like me to make one? Or, hey, I like your background, but I think I can improve it in this way, this way, this way. And then I'd start talking, I'd get to know people in the community, and then I'd get a bit of recognition in the community as well. So I'd be sat there, I'd mess around with Photoshop, I'd start to get better and better. My stomach is going all over the place. So I'd sit there, as I was saying, I'll start getting better and better at Photoshop. I'd be editing day and night, really. I'd be sat there till 1 o'clock in the morning. If I started a project, I had to finish it, unless it was like an extremely long project. So I'd be sat there and I'd be doing stuff like that, and I'd be getting, well, I started off talking to people who had 100, 150 subscribers, well, 50 subscribers, then 100 subscribers, then 200. And eventually, when I was hitting about 100 subscribers, I was producing like artwork, effectively. I guess they call it artwork, for channels with 500 to 1,000 subscribers, and my name was really starting to get out there. And I'd be sat there and I'd be like, you know, this was actually a good idea. It really is, it really does entertain me. It takes my time, mind off a lot of things, because of course me just entering what we call secondary school, you might call it high school or whatever, I was going through a lot of stressful changes, especially with puberty and shit like that. So anyway, I'd sit there, started off making intros with, I think it was one of my older laptops, back in the day when 2 gig of RAM was fashionable. I was sat there on my nice 1 gig of RAM, always slightly behind technology. And then one Christmas I remember I bought a 2 gig of RAM laptop, which was a lot faster than what I've been used to. So I was sat there and I was talking to the channels who happened to be mainly Call of Duty channels, and they were like, okay dude, look, you do some brilliant work with Photoshop, you do some brilliant work with Cinema 4D, can you sort of have a look at montage editing for me? And I was sat there thinking, montage editing, what's that? And of course, I'd still been in the Call of Duty scene, so I was watching a lot of videos, and without realising I was watching montages without realising they were montages, because a lot of times they weren't titled a montage bar. So of course I'm sat there thinking, what's a montage? Looking through it, and I just sat there one day looking through a load of the videos, and I was like, music, editing, this looks familiar. And then obviously I started watching a few more, and then found out montage. I'll see what it's all about. So I was sat there, I think I did my first edit for a geezer called Mr. Scribbles HD. He was a really good bloke, to be honest. He was a right laugh to hang around with. And I'd just sit there, I'd be messaging him on YouTube, and he'd be messaging me back, sending me clips and stuff, and I'd be like, yes, okay, let's get this off the ground. Then I'd sit there, I think I edited my first montage, and back in the, I don't know, I don't think it was as good as it could have been. I just found video editing wasn't really for me. It was just a colour correction, sync to music and stuff like that. And of course, that was what montage editing was about back in the day, when stuff like that wasn't, well, basic edits were the way forward back then. It wasn't all the fancy like effects and everything now you see now. Of course, that's evolved with the new generation of YouTube. God proves how long I've been around. Anyway, I'd sit there and I thought, okay, I'll edit this montage, I'll start the project, but I'm not doing another one because I don't think I could get into it. So there, I finished the montage. It looked a bit rushed, but he was happy with the edit. He thought it was quite professional, so he gave me some recognition. I think it was 400 subscribers at the time, and I was happy. I thought my channel was going somewhere, so I started doing something a little different. I recently, just after editing that montage, subscribed to a channel which was doing Photoshop tutorials. It was the likes of Stratzy, Chrome Designs HD now, and they were really getting to me. I thought, do you know what? I want to try something different, so I sat there and I made Photoshop tutorial after Photoshop tutorial after Photoshop tutorial. I was just sharing my knowledge with the community, and then unfortunately that account which I was using, which had got, I think it was 700 subscribers at the time, it was hacked and closed down because some unlucky bitch thought it'd be funny to close it down. And yeah, I suppose the fact that I'd grown so much within a couple of months, obviously hadn't gotten unnoticed in the community, and people were like, okay, let's hack his channel, let's see what he's got. And I ended up going to check my channel a week later because I was on holiday, I believe, and I come back to having no channel there whatsoever. Tried contacting YouTube, but they were like, unless you can prove that you were the true owner. I tried that, and they were like, that is enough, we need more evidence and stuff like that. So I ended up starting a new channel, which is the one I'm using right now. But anyway, I suppose not so long ago, I think it was November time, up to now I'd been uploading Minecraft and stuff like that, and sort of downloading and re-uploading other videos, which is what you've seen with like the TAVE videos. And I'd upload them because at least it was some content that I was giving for my subscribers. So up until about November, I wasn't really able to record my own gameplay and stuff like that. And then I had a friend who invested in a HD PVR in the summer, but turned out he didn't use it, so he sold it to a shop who gave him a 28-day buyback guarantee, and I purchased it back for a very, very, very low cost. It wasn't 200 odd quid or anything like that. It was about 50-60 quid, which I thought was quite reasonable, and ended up having that. Then I just really started, well, I didn't really start getting into it too much, but I really started to enjoy like making videos and stuff like that, and I was like really starting to get into it. And then I had exams, and I had revision, I had more exams, so I sort of started to drift away from YouTube. I didn't have the time to make videos or anything, so it sort of made me realise that I had to dedicate time to YouTube, and I want to talk more about that in another video. I'm going to end this video here anyway. I just wanted to talk about how I really first started coming around in the YouTube business, and what the YouTube business actually meant for me. So until next time, I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't usually ask for likes, but any likes would be greatly appreciated. I love you guys.